Dear friends, I am in your midst. I am Jeshua. I love to be with you. Feel my presence in this room. I am an equal. I am a friend and a brother. I would like to tell you that this is a time for celebration. I know that many of you still have doubts and fears about choices you have to make in your life. But Christ consciousness is awakening in your hearts, in all of you. It is like a flame in your heart. Sometimes it's very tender and not stable yet, but it is there. It is awakening. And when we are together, like we are now, when we recognize each other from the heart, from the soul, this enables us to light the fire inside of us. Please feel me in your heart. I was very human like you. Don't see me as an elevated master high above you. I want to share with you your joy and laughter and also the pain and the loneliness. I want to be with you through all of it. Feel the embrace of home. You can be at home here. You can relax now. You have done very well. You have been very courageous. You are walking a difficult path in your life on earth. I'll tell you a little more about that path. You belong to a family of souls who I will call Lightworkers. You have lived on earth many, many times. Your soul has evolved throughout many, many centuries. At a certain point, a deep change took place in your heart and in your soul. It's difficult to summarize in a few words, but let me say this. When you start out your journey as an individual soul, you feel separated from home, from the original oneness which you were part of. Being born as a soul, as an individual being, goes together with birth pain. And as you start your journey as a soul and you start to explore the universe, you experience life not just on Earth, but in several places in the universe. The universe is infinite. But in the beginning stages of your journey as a soul, you try to heal the pain of separation by looking outside of you. You try to gain power to make you feel good and whole. In the beginning stages, your ego tries to assemble power and rules over others in order to have a sense of control, and the sense of control gives temporary peace. But as you go on and you evolve, you discover that there are no external ways of easing the pain. And when you deeply and truly realize this, that's when you begin your spiritual journey. Even though you do not have the answers yet, you do realize that the answers are on the inside and not outside of you. And this is when you become a light worker. You start to let go of the ego and you start to open up. And for a long time you are kind of stuck in the middle. You want to let go of the ego-based consciousness, but you cannot fully trust heart-based consciousness yet. And what is happening now to many light workers on earth is that they have been born with a genuine and deep desire to attain heart-based consciousness in this lifetime. But the world around you, society as it is on earth, has not yet made that leap into heart-based consciousness. So when you grow up as a child, you are bombarded with information about what a good life is like. You are taught to fit in with society and to attain the ideals that society gives to you. There are a lot of images and pictures given to you in society during your upbringing about what it is like to be a good and successful human being. But as a light worker, you do not fit in with these ideals or commands. They do not resonate with your soul. You feel different. You feel like you cannot adjust to what society tells you. And if you do not recognize yourself in people around you, you may start to feel lonely and even desperate. You start to doubt yourself and have negative judgments about who you are. And that way you can destroy yourself. And the painful thing is that you are meant to feel different on earth. You are meant to not fit in. Can you feel this, that it is in being different that you fulfill your soul's mission, that you bring in a new awareness on earth? What is happening on earth right now on a global scale is that the dominance of ego-based consciousness is destroying nature and earth. Consciousness that is directed by the ego is directed by a need for control, and therefore it cannot have true harmony with nature and with other beings. The ego is always yearning for control, and it's like a big hole. When you are guided by the ego, there's a big hole inside of you that you try to fill all the time. You crave for love from the outside, for recognition, for success. And I'm not here to judge this type of consciousness because it is a part of the soul's evolution. But I am here to tell you that you are beyond that you do not have to listen to the rules and standards of society that is still based on ego consciousness. So I'm telling you to have self-esteem and to truly value yourself. I would like you to stand up and be proud of yourselves. You are the teachers. You are the bringers of light in this world. I am calling upon you. Feel my call. Feel my call upon you. What I'm asking you to do is nothing less than be yourself. Be different. Share your views, your original ideas, your intuitions with the world. Do not be afraid of rejection. Do not seek recognition outside of you. Feel your inner strength. Be aware of it. That is what is needed right now in the world. And there is a paradox here. When I ask you to be proud of yourself, I do not mean the ego type of pride. What I'm asking of you is to open up to the true power and radiance of your hearts. The greatest pitfall for light workers on earth now is a deep lack of self-esteem. Often they feel lonely and abandoned by society, and their inner child is in need of love and protection. And that's why I emphasize very often how important it is to embrace your own inner child, because that's the part of you where you are most vulnerable and inclined to seek out external solutions. So embrace your inner child. Be aware of your beauty, the vibration of love and compassion you carry in your heart. As we sit here, feel for a moment the vibration that is present in this room, the vibration of your souls. Feel the light, feel the wisdom gathered over so many lifetimes. This light that is now present is yours, it's not mine. I am here to remind you of it. I'm here to tell you that it is okay to be different. You are meant to be different. You are messengers from another world. You are meant to move beyond ego consciousness. Of course, you still have to deal with fear and doubts inside of you. But you have the understanding and the compassion in your heart. Be kind and gentle with yourself. You are so used to judging yourself, to beating yourselves up. And I would like to end with a little exercise. Imagine that you are holding a torch in your right hand. And you're holding it up and you're not hiding it anymore. And now imagine that you are doing this in your everyday life. Look at yourself in your everyday environment, holding that torch clearly in front of you. And now see if there's something in your life that wants to change, that would change if you would hold up your light like this. Is it something in your relationships or perhaps in your work environment? Let the torch of light, which is yours, let it guide you. Never be ashamed of this light. Look at it with clear eyes. This is your light. What does it tell you? Feel its purity. It is an eternal light. It is your soul's light. Your soul wants to go home. It wants to let go of separation. After many, many journeys in the universe, it wants to return to the sense of oneness. It wants to experience the joy and inspiration that belong to this state of oneness. And I started this message by saying that there's reason for celebration now. And the reason is that there are now so many people on earth, so many light workers, who have this same longing for oneness, for home, that things are really starting to change. Because the purpose of your life is to bring home down on earth. When you reach a state of oneness, of surrender to the heart consciousness in your life on earth, then you have reached your goal. When you are able to hold this consciousness in an environment that is still in transition from ego to heart, then you are the teacher that you are meant to be. Be the teachers that you are. I love you deeply, and I'm always with you as a brother and a friend.